Hi, friends. Welcome. I'm so excited to have y'all here and so looking forward to this wonderful and super fun conversation. As many of you know, we have been doing this super fun live talkback experience with the contestants from LEGOMaster Season 5. If you didn't know, my name is Justin. I'm online. I'm Brady Jorno Bricks, and I competed on LEGO Masters 5 with my dear friend and build partner, John Walls, who's Brick Builder John. So he'll be joining me as well for this great conversation with the finale, or about the finale with some of the finalists. So really, really excited for this. I also want to share that this one is an extra special live stream as we are tying this in to our efforts for Stand Up to Cancer. So let's watch a quick video about what that is, and then I'll be right back.
Cancer for those who continue fighting every single day.
I stand up to cancer for my family.
I stand up to cancer for the friends and family that have had to fight to live.
I stand up to cancer
to honor those we've lost and to help support those who are still fighting.
To give families and friends that opportunity to spend as much time together as they can.
I fundraise for Stand Up to Cancer as a survivor of cancer myself.
For my uncle, for my friends, to make the world a better place.
And my fellow stand-up builders.
We are standing up to cancer.
Because cancer almost took my life, but I'm still standing.
It's my dream that no one else has to go through what they went through.
That's why I'm standing up to cancer.
Because it has affected so many people that I love.
Because as a survivor, I want to give hope and a voice to other survivors.
Because its scourge can and will be stopped in our lifetime.
Because cancer sucks.
I stand up to cancer for survivors like me.
In honor of some of my mom's dear friends.
For my mom, for my grandmom.
For those that are just diagnosed.
For those who don't have anyone to fight for them.
And I stand up to cancer for my late grandmother, Mary.
For family members who had unfortunately lost their battle to cancer.
And our community who either have fought or are still fighting.
I hope you'll join me this August
to stand up to cancer.
We are doing our part.
And build hope through the power of science.
Please help us raise money to fight this terrible disease.
Let's help end cancer.
I hope you join me and the rest of the builders as we stand up to cancer together.
I will be building Lego, but I will also be building hope.
Together we can make a difference. Together we stand up to cancer.
All right, so like I said, we are supporting Stand Up to Cancer through your donations. There's over $100,000 have come in over the last 5 days, which is beyond incredible and something that is blowing my mind. I'm so grateful to be a little tiny part of that, which is really cool. So within my community, we have raised $605 so far, which is really, really awesome. And you can see there's a QR code up in the corner that you can scan to donate if you wanted to. Also, let me find the page. Here we go. If you, anytime during the chat, want to get information about what we're doing, as well as the link to donate, you can type in !donate, and it should auto-populate a response. Yay, just like that. So we got this Nightbot response. I am going to pin this one if I can. I can't, and that's okay. So we'll just keep doing that throughout the stream. People can add the hashtag donate or the !donate as one word, and it'll pop up all the information that you need for that as well. But super duper grateful for the way that my community has shown up for this cause. This is my first year getting to participate in the fun, and I'm just so grateful for all of you. So I am going to welcome in my co-host, who is, again, dear friend of mine, but also someone who when I mentioned this idea that I wanted to rewatch all the episodes and have different guests from our season, I was anticipating that he might be one or two of the weeks, and he dove in and said, let me do all of them with you. So for the 10th week, this is John.
10th week in a row!
Welcome. Hi, friend.
You know, when you and I were talking about this at the very beginning, and you're like, yeah, you could just come up with like one episode. It's like, I don't want to ask too much of like your time. I don't want to like, ask whatever. And I'm like, how about I just join all of them? Like, what's wrong with that?
Right.
I mean, and you were so sweet to like, one, invite me to participate, but then two, to invite me along on this journey to go back through all of our history and kind of like through our origin story together, I feel like that was a gift. So this has been so much fun. This has been so much fun to do this.
Yay! Awesome. Well, I'm super grateful to get to do it with you the whole time. So thank you.
And I guess on a personal note too, you know, my cancer, I don't think no one is a stranger to people and survivors who have gone through it. I've lost all 4 of my grandparents to different forms of cancer. I've lost aunts and uncles, unfortunately, to cancer as well. And I feel like it's something that has become just something that we've all deal with. And it's it's sad, but at the same time, it's like this community that continues to rally for each other, continues to raise money for research, but at the same time is a community is there to support each other, because at the end of the day, like all we have is each other and being together. Because you can't get through this by yourself.
Not at all.
And so I, just as someone who has been touched by this, who's been impacted by the cancer of others, though, but it has luckily been a part of so many people's journeys through it as well, and got to see what they've gone through. It was so cool and just really touching to see you suggest stand up, you know, to cancer, and that there is this incredible network of builders who are all building in support of it. So thank you for highlighting them and their incredible mission, but then also giving us an opportunity to talk about this, because cancer is just, it just doesn't discriminate. It goes after everyone, and all we have is each other. And I think we all have to be there to support each other. So it's beautiful that you're doing this and you're giving such an awesome organization a great platform like this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I have to say too, so this has been going on for 5 years, and this is my first year participating. The people who set this up 5 years ago set it up as kind of an experiment to see how this could go. And as of today, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know we hit $100,000 collectively, but we're close. I think the ultimate goal for this year, for this campaign, is that we hit 500,000 over the course of those 5 years. Because obviously each year it's been more and more and more that's been given. And I think we're going to make it, which is so cool.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. But thank you for bringing the organization into this, because I do think that we all talk about how much fun we have with minifigs and little toys, and it brings so much joy to so many people, but it's also an incredible escape when somebody is going through what they're going through, and to have a community of people to rely on, but then also to have a toy to escape into that then, I don't know, just gets you into a really good frame of mind and a good headspace. It's pretty powerful. So
for sure. Yes.
I know. Anyways, I know exactly. We could talk about this forever. I know. I love this comment.
I did too. Yes, it's time for that now. And I love to see Masked Vengeance joined. And then Nikki also said, "Oh, Masked Vengeance is in here." So for those who don't remember, Masked Vengeance is our friend who was one of the stormtroopers in the first episode with us, and has been along for the ride of all of these wonderful conversations. I also love that my friend Sean wrote, "If you don't know, this is Justin. When I was introducing myself, please tell us how you got here." What I would say is, some people may not know me, which is really cool, because they came here through the Stand Up to Cancer fundraiser. So that was part of why I was like, you may not know me, but also I may know everyone on the chat. I don't know. Regardless, thanks for being here, friends. So let's bring in some of our panelists, and we will start with...
We have such a packed house tonight, guys.
We do. I'm going to start
Get
with
excited.
Joe. Welcome, Joe.
That's Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hello, sir.
It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you too.
I mean, it's just been so long since Austin. I miss you so much.
I know. It's only been so many days. I miss you guys.
It's been so many weeks, it feels like, since we all saw each other in Austin. I missed you.
It is. It's good to see you guys. And thanks again, like Justin. This stuff that you're doing with Stand Up is wonderful, and like the impact is super cool.
So cool.
Also, I mean, shout out getting to kind of see like this part of the community is so eye-opening. Like a shout out to K Club that I was able to partner with recently, and then also with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So you guys were talking about how this hobby is something that really helps people work through those things.
Oh,
and
for sure.
It was amazing. I was talking with one of the Make-A-Wish Foundation folks, and they were
Mm.
talking about how some of these things that we do for people in the community that are working through this, it really gives them hope, and they've actually seen real data on it helps people work through these things, and it gets people to like move past whatever projections are given. So it really does make a difference. So go donate now.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And it's so true that one of the things that our LUG is involved in as well is with Dell Children's. We go on a monthly basis and hang out with the kids and play and build Lego. And so our LUG donates the bricks, and they all have to be sealed sets because of ever since COVID, we need to make sure that everything is super healthy for the kids, of course. But it's such a gift for those kids to also experience. And so any efforts that show we're caring about people, we're doing the right thing, we're doing what we can to help address things in the moment with people who are dealing with it, but also with Stand Up to Cancer, so much of what they're doing as well is addressing prevention, addressing early detection, finding ways to eradicate this altogether and to treat it, which is, it's so powerful to see so many nonprofits that come together and serve all the different needs that are necessary within this. So yay! Also, it was so neat to see that you had that really cool event. So glad to see that you had that chance too.
And we love your background. We love your background today. I mean, it's very thematic. It's very
on theme every time.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. It's good.
I feel like that just needs to be the logo of the show moving forward. Just LEGOMaster. And like right there with Joe's face. It's perfect.
Joe's face. I like it.
You wear it like a hat,
Yeah. Perfect. All right, let's bring in our next two together. So we've got Sage and Ian.
Yay!
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Good to see y'all. What's going on in Wimberley these days?
Just busy pet sitting.
Nice.
Not too much, and been busy with our business as well, which is exciting.
Yeah, that is so exciting. Tell us about your business, because everybody needs to know.
So it's called Bricktacular Designs, and we sell 100% official Lego, new parts, and we sell instructions or bricks with instructions. So say you have a lot of the pieces already, you can just buy the instructions and build it. But then we also, for people that don't have a large collection, we supply 100% real Lego bricks. So we have a ton of cool builds for people to build, and so it's been really fun designing stuff and see people send pictures of the builds in their house, and it's cool to like see like a little chef in somebody's kitchen, and so it's been really fun.
And we think it's so cool what you're doing with the cancer, like to support and raise money, which is really awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, and a big piece of how it's successful too is having fun live streams, and it's fun because y'all are here. So I have to say thank you all for joining and helping make this also a fun and exciting live stream today.
Justin, before we also talk about this,
please.
So everybody, a couple of weeks ago, Brick Rodeo was Texas's largest Lego conference, and all of us had the opportunity to have a really fun reunion there, which was so much fun. Sage and Ian were our keynote speakers. And they did a wonderful job of sharing what we'll talk about later on during this. But I wanted to say was that the reporter who came and did a bunch of live shots that morning actually bought one of the Bricktacular sets.
No way! I love that.
Which one did he buy?
He bought a wiener dog, and the cameraman also bought a wiener dog.
And Kenneth bought one too. Nice. Yes.
That is perfect.
I know, but I saw that, and I just wanted to say that the packaging looks awesome, and your designs are epic. So absolutely, I mean, a shameless plug for Bricktacular builds because it's legit.
And we had a great time at Brick Rodeo, and John was he coordinated so much, and he did such a great job.
Yeah, I was telling Sage that's been my favorite convention of all the conventions we've been to. That
was good. We all had so much fun. It was honestly, it was for as crazy as it was, we all had a wonderful time. So it was so much fun.
Yeah. Hi, Bev. So our friends Bev and Missy are on vacation, and they took time out of their vacation to join us.
Oh,
hey, good to see y'all. So we have one more guest who is not on yet. There was time challenges and such with work. So hopefully I can add him in later. But what's fun, and I didn't realize this until just now, this is basically the Team Texas stream.
Oh yeah,
like,
it is.
What? Yeah.
It is.
So we'll have Anthony joining. Yeehaw. We'll have Anthony joining us hopefully soon. He's just the timing with work and everything was a little bit challenging for him today. So, but
Justin, was this the first season that this many teams in Texas had joined?
Yeah.
Oh,
it is.
I mean, that's 3 teams.
Yeah. It's wild.
Good.
Yeah.
I think it's been the Tims and then Ethan. Are those the only teams from Texas?
Crystal.
Oh, Michelle and Michelle. Crystal and Michelle, yep.
And then also the other Michelle, blue-haired Michelle. She wasn't in Texas when she was on the show, but now she lives in Dallas area.
Yeah, in Dallas.
Yes, she's up here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
But it's so wild. I remember when we found out when we got to Atlanta that there were 3 teams from Texas. It was like, how did they allow that? I mean, cool.
I was like, is it
but
Frick Rodeo?
What?
Are we back to Frick Rodeo?
That's what I thought when we went on.
Yeah,
I saw you guys. I was just like, wow, we're just going down to Texas for a while. No, I loved it. I love that, and I still love it to this day.
Me too. Yeah. Our stormtrooper friend here also used to live in Amarillo, so I think there's just something in the water, I suppose. So
good builders.
The builder that had the mustache, you know, was like a
Western
southern
vibe.
kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I like
Good
it.
stuff. Good stuff.
Because Ian, you're catching up. I mean, now Joe, come on.
Yeah.
I was like, Joe, you're the only one without something going on.
I've done a mustache before, and no one wants to see that.
Whoa!
That's so funny. Oh, I love it. So the other piece that I wanted to mention, so we are doing the, oh my gosh, this is so fun. They've got the stream on the Hotel TV. Y'all are so sweet to join again. And I love that you've been so part of this pretty much the whole time. So with this being a part of our Stand Up to Cancer donation stuff as well, I'm still following the same milestones that I had set out for my last 2 live streams. So if you've been with us or if you're new, I have been every $75 that we get singing a song live. So right now we're at $605. I believe the next dollar amount for a song would be $675, if I'm not mistaken. So if we hit that during this stream, I'll be happy to sing a song. Hi, John.
Can I pick the song?
No.
Oh!
You can maybe if you want to, and I'll tell you whether or not I'll sing it.
You don't want to hear me because then you'll just take money away. It's just
it's so funny. Like I had people starting to like put song suggestions in the chat, and I was like, yes to some of those, but no to some of those. Like I can't sing like Queen. That'd be amazing, but maybe some other time. But yeah, so if we hit 675 and then if we hit 750, which is my current full goal, so we surpassed my goal of 500, bumped it up to 750. I will sing up to 2 songs today. If we hit more than that, I will bank those songs for my Wednesday stream because I want this conversation to be actually about the finale and less about music. But I'm committed to sing, and as we know, or if you've seen our season, I did have the chance to sing on TV, which was one of the coolest experiences ever.
You killed it, John.
Thank you. Thank you. What was funny to me was in that episode when Will Arnett was interviewing John and I, he just asked me to sing a song on the spot, and I took the opportunity, but also was overwhelmed. But it was funny to me that I started singing, and then it was like everybody at their build stations was like, whoop, like all eyes on me, and it was like, this is awkward and weird and fun and overwhelming.
Well, because 1, you have perfect pitch, and 2, it's basically like a studio. It's like a music studio. So like your vibrato was reverberating from every place. It was like, you could hear it everywhere.
Thank you.
Yes.
Y'all are so
I'll do the minifig.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, so let's dive into the episode, though. So we have gone through 9 episodes up until now, and each week, for the most part, with the exception of 1 week, one by one, teams are kind of disappearing, and it's super sad and overwhelming and also super cool that the challenges are ramping up and people are getting better and better. And we are down to our 3 finalists teams. The third team, so we've got 2 of the teams here. The third team is Ben and Michael. I did invite them. Unfortunately, the timing didn't work out for them to join us today. But Ben and Michael, and then we had Sage and Ian, right here, the brother-sister duo from Wimberley, and we had Anthony and Joe. teachers duo from Houston, Texas, which it's funny for me to like put those labels on because I'm like, you're my friends. You're Joe. You're not teacher Joe or whatever. Although Anthony is like permanently coach. So
technically we're band director and coach duo.
Oh, band director and coach duo. Long title. I like it. So fun. We've got Anthony in the chat. Yay!
Speaking of the coach.
Hey, coach. So these are the 3 finalist teams, which is so exciting. You walk into the room. You obviously know that it is a finale build and that you're going to need to do your master build is what they typically call it, right? But you walk in and you see the studio is set up where in the gallery, it's all of these different huge posters of the 4 past winners and some trophies and plaques and other things like a Hall of Fame. And they're calling it the Hall of Fame finale. So how does it feel when you first walk in that room? What's going through your mind?
So it's already nerve-wracking because it's the finale, but then you kind of forget that like this is the official LEGOMaster show because you're just like everyone becomes a family. So then when you see like Mark and Steven, Tyler and Amy, Nick and Stacy, Christopher and Robert, you're like, oh, this is the same show they were on, and like we're actually like in a position to be like in the same. Like that was kind of like eye-opening of like, oh, like this is really
it got the pressure like turned up a notch. Let's just say that.
And they had the trophy there, which was like crazy because I think that was the first time we've seen it in person.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I forgot that was in the middle of the room. I was looking at on my notes. The trophy was there, and also a brick-built version of Will Arnett. Was that there at the beginning when you first walked in?
I think so.
I think so. Because there's the whole bit with the misty mustache.
Yeah.
And they had, I remember that they had like a giant like LM in gold on the floor. But was that was that there in the beginning or was that after? Like
that is so cool.
And what was cool is they had plaques on the back wall, and every team that ever won a challenge, they had their names on the plaque. So you like
the plaque.
Did you go up to read it, Joe? I never got to like.
We definitely ran back and checked it out for a little bit, and they like had fresh ones made for I think like even up through the episode 8 and 9. I don't know how they got them engraved.
No
so fast.
way!
What? Yeah, but it was we're just like holy cow! It is like completely up to date. And it would have like a little label if they were like a golden brick winner and stuff. Like it was. I wish I could have taken a picture of that.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
I know. Yeah, they didn't highlight it very much. Like they did like a quick pan on the show, but yeah.
I literally wrote down in my notes, could you read what was on those plaques? Because as I was looking at it and watching the episode today, I was like, wait, I don't remember seeing any of that. I remember seeing the big pictures, but it was set up in like a rounded, I mean, that's kind of how they use the gallery. But on that back wall were all those plaques, and I thought, I wonder what's on there. That's so cool.
Yeah, they were like, I ever won a challenge through all the
We need to DM Jamie and just be like, Jamie, Amy, guys, can you like take your phone and go over there and take some photos? Because I'm very excited about this.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if they got rid of all of those. So hopefully those turn up one day because that would be incredibly cool to see.
For sure.
I mean, it's a huge wall because if you think about it, like it's a lot of episodes. And it was cool.
Yeah.
And also, a fun fact is when we walked in, Christopher and Robert hadn't won yet.
So that was a surprise.
That was our first reaction. So they were like, "Don't point, don't react."
And then they were like, final guesses on who you think won. And then I like said like somebody else, and then they're like, "No, it's Christopher and Robert."
So there was a window of time where Sam and I knew the season 5 winners and season 4 winners before 2 winners.
Like
that's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it didn't even occur to me that that wouldn't have been, or that it was all up to date and that was before. So for those watching on the stream, season 4 was airing during our filming of season 5, and I think it was like 4 weeks that we would have been able to watch their episodes on a Thursday night, just randomly. But we didn't get to see the full thing. I remember coming back to Texas And after, I think it was in December when they finally aired
Yeah.
the finale episode, and I was watching it with Philip on our couch, whereas I was watching some of those episodes with y'all in the hotel.
They were telling us don't like point, don't like.
Oh my goodness, it's Christopher Robert.
Just like it's a
right.
known fact.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. That didn't even occur to me. That's really fun. So you walk in, and we've got. Sorry, I'm just trying to bounce between my my notes and checking on making sure the donation link and all that stuff is working. So you walk in, you see everything. I was going to ask you about the plaques. I did. The Will Arnett bust. There was also a picture that was in the. So each week, the show would send us pictures that we could use in our social media to promote the episode, or after the episode is over to share some things. So for those who've watched along this whole time, I've had some clips to show. That's because the show was generously providing them to us, which is fun. But I saw a picture of Will Arnett holding a puppet. Was there a puppet moment in that episode that I totally missed?
I think he had it. I think they did a thing where he came out with it. Like I think it was on. Didn't he have it on display? Like it was like the bust, like the memorabilia through the.
Yeah, it might have been
the museum thing, because I remember it was. I think it was I want to say it was by the bust.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Most of the effort was put into the mustache bit,
right?
For the bust.
Which is so ridiculous and so fun. But yeah, so it's super exciting. You walk in, you know it's the master build, and that you're going to be building whatever you want to dream up, which is super exciting. And they tell you have 18 hours, which is 6 hours less than past seasons where they had 24 hours. But still, this is your longest build to date. So coming into this, how are you approaching 18 hours and tackling this giant thing across that whole span of time? What were your approaches?
For us, we kind of we couldn't believe we were in the finale, so it was just kind of fly by the seat of our pants.
And it was hard to time management because they just give you a big gray base plate and they're like, okay, go fill it. And I'm like, how long do we spend on the groundwork, you know?
Yeah, how much detail do we put into just the base? It's hard to just.
We spent a long time. We spent definitely a couple hours just on the base, not even building up. Yeah. Just because we didn't know, you know?
Yeah.
We don't build large builds at home, huge builds like that, so we just aren't prepared to how long it takes someone to build something that huge. So
for sure,
the 24 hours to 18 hours didn't really affect us that much, just because we kind of didn't know what we were doing as far as the time.
Yeah. And what all three teams accomplished in 18 hours is still incredibly remarkable. So that's just wild to me. Joe, what about y'all? How did you feel like you attempted to address the time and work with all the constraints you had?
I mean, it's the same thing, because there's the shock factor, because I mean, Anthony and I had never done a build that long ever, so it's the first try. And yeah, when you start thinking about it, the two things that popped into our heads pretty quick was okay, Anthony's really good at sculpting, doing characters and figures, and I can do some movement stuff and build up stuff really quick. And so we immediately just hit the ground running. But if you look at our build, same thing that Ian and Sage were talking about, where it's there's a lot of time putting into just building up the base of everything we were doing.
Yeah.
Because I remember I built all the movement modules, and that was a couple hours in, and Anthony was knocking out characters left and right.
Gosh,
and you get to a certain point, you're oh man, there's just a lot of stuff to do, because it's a huge base plate. It was absolutely massive. So
was it bigger than a 48 by 48? It was a non-standard one?
Yeah, because they ended up. It wasn't they ended up cutting some of it.
They cut it, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't remember the exact dimensions, but it was.
Oh, come on, Joe! You remember the dimensions?
I'm counting on you for that, John.
Actually,
this is bull bricks. You remember the stud count. I know it.
I do know one of the lengths was 96 studs, and so that means that the depth has to be, because it was 96 across, so that means it must have been what would that be? 128 maybe.
Okay.
The other way. So it is a rectangle, but it was big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is, when you were walking out in a season full of so many twists, did you ever feel like they're going to pull the brick rug from underneath us and give us an actual challenge and not give us a master build, like build a bust? Or like, did you feel like there was going to be something right out of the gate that would be an amazing twist?
Me personally, I was so exhausted. I couldn't even. I was just like, "You want me to go where? You want me to do what?" I was so like,
I was just happy that we made it there.
I could
just happy.
I could not put a thought together at all.
Well, even when the families come out, which I know is a little further along in the episode, when he was like the twist, for some reason, like we've watched every single season of the show, and for some reason we had no thought in our head that our families were going to come out. And how did that like slip our brain when we've watched every?
Of course,
we were so fried. We were fried.
I love it so much. Yeah.
Yeah, because you basically just got like the one thing where you're like, I'm going to do the one thing, and that's all I've got space in my brain for, and like just going to go full steam ahead.
Right. So hyper fixated.
We were just blind, like just sheep, just falling over.
Just like we gotta get this done. I gotta get this done.
For sure. Well, and Sejanine, you talked about too how you'd never built anything of this scale before. You both build incredible and remarkable things, but your builds tend to be smaller in scale and ridiculously impressive in detail and in cleanliness. Like your builds are super sleek, which is I love, like so good. That's the weirdest thing to actually do in real life. Like I don't know. It felt really odd to me to do that in that moment. But hey, it's so true. Thank you. It really is true. Like it's super sleek, super nice, and it's but it's not I mean, it still takes plenty of time and plenty of like going and reworking and making adjustments and whatever. Joe, for you, I've seen some of your builds are quite massive and take probably a very long time, right?
That's all after the fact, though.
Oh, it is? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like half of it was like I got used to building on the show. And and I basically learned how to build in reverse.
Okay,
Because like I've basically been scaling down over the past couple of years, getting smaller and smaller.
Sure. No, it is so interesting to see how the show impacted your builds afterward. So I love that you're already talking about that. And B, just also going into the show, how I would say for me and also for John, our experience was we built the biggest we ever built on the show, because that wasn't something that, my builds tend to be smaller, tend to be more focused on detail and storytelling, but also tend to be things that I might work on it for a week. Phil, I think my largest one is the Wicked Mosaic, but the Wicked build that I built with Philip, my husband, that one we worked on consistently over probably a month. But even that, it wasn't like working on it for 18 hours. It was little bits and pieces here and there. So must be such a different experience to build with that scale, but then also build with with a time clock that's running. I know we've talked about the time clock a little bit in this, but did you feel major pressure with 18 hours on the time clock with this episode, or did it feel different because you were just kind of going until you were done, or how did that feel?
It felt like we were like, I felt like just laying the green brick down, because it was like green at the base. Took like 2 hours just trying to like get the base ready. And then it was fun, like in the point of the build, we had to build the desk. And then we're like, how big do we build the desk? Because then it depends on how big we build the wizard. So it's like, it
one
was
thing
such
could affect
a
the other.
big deciding factor of like, and like even though like Ian built like this wood deck, and it was like plates and detailed, and it was like really like it took a long time, and it was like, should we be putting our effort into that? Because it's like
they see it. And I think what helped us looking back now, because it was all, but I think we chose a topic that like we were like looking up pictures of, like we picked something that we could build, like there's with a wizard, there's a lot of room to like add stuff and do all these things. So I think for anyone who's like trying to build something big, choose something that's like very wide, because then if we had more hours, like if we had 24 hours, we could have added more whimsical things. But if we didn't, it would still be like good enough to show. It wasn't like we need these certain things. As long as we had a wizard and like a book, we would have been good. But because it's such a broad idea, you could kind of just throw stuff in just basically how much time you have.
Yeah.
Position the wizard kind of in the middle and left a little space in the back because we knew that we probably couldn't get to the back of it because it was just too base because the base plate was huge.
Sure.
So we positioned the wizard and the desk a little bit forward to give that like everything's filled, even though we didn't have enough time to fill like the complete full base plate.
And the back of the wizard is like straight brick up, but we have the bookshelves at an angle. So it like kind of covers, so it's like you really just see the face of the wizard, but then where there's lack of detail, it kind of gets blocked by like the bookshelves and the desk and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like you have to really focus on like if there's something lacking in detail, cover it up with something so it makes it look like there's more stuff on it, but in reality it's just covering up the lack of detail.
It's all an illusion.
Yeah. It's what
a wizard does. It's all an illusion.
Yeah. It is a lot to have to think about, and I like that your approach allowed you to say, okay, we've done this piece, we've done this piece. Now we have a little bit of extra time. We're going to do these other pieces.
Yes.
And like you gave yourself the freedom to build in some additional pieces, but also it would have felt complete if you stopped here. So I think that's good advice, but also an interesting approach that you had too. I'm going to push pause on just a minute on us talking about the episode because we have another special guest who I am going to welcome in. And so let's bring our friend Anthony to the stage. Hello! Yay!
Hey!
Good.
How's it going?
Coach. Coach, I'm going to put you full screen, but we can all hear you, and if anybody talks, we'll hear you as well. Hi, welcome. How's it going?
Thank you. It's going good. A little tired, but
Are you recovered from Brick Rodeo?
Have I recovered from Brick Rodeo? No, I can never. It was a great time.
So it's so fun that we all got to see each other together at Rodeo really recently, which is a lot of fun. I'm going to move it back to everybody on the screen. Let's see. Wait, click that button. There we go. It was so fun to get to see everyone there, which was great. But one thing that I noticed as we started the stream today is that this is basically the Team Texas stream. Actually, it is now. Yes, it is. All 6 of us on the stream. Yay! So fun. Yes. Awesome. Yeah. Also, you've got the better guns that actually show off, which is a lot of fun. I'm working on it, Coach. I promise. Very, very happy to have you here, though. And thank you for joining. I know that you also had work and life and all these different things, but thrilled that you could be with us. Anthony, I'm going to put you on the spot with another question. So we were talking about how for the show and for this episode in particular, you're building massive, huge scale. Now, I know you to be a builder who builds quite large scale. Can you talk about, A, is that since the show or was that before the show? And B, kind of what's your approach with like time management with all that?
Before the show, built bigger, like tall modulars or expanded modulars was the main thing. But I mean, since the show, I've been pushing the pace, trying to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, time management in real life, I have to pick and choose here and there because I don't have the time or the access to pieces where that's all I can do. You got to buy more bricks.
Totally fair. Yeah. For sure. And it's such a different thing when you have a brick pit, but it also is limited to the specific bricks that are in there, but at huge volume, obviously. And you've got this ridiculous time clock that's adding pressure and other factors with all that as well.
You also have another set of hands too, so.
That's also very true. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to come back up in the chat because we had a couple questions from our chat that I thought were wonderful. Let's start with Jamie Hughes. I don't know if y'all know Jamie. So for those who don't know, Jamie was one of the other team members that we had. Dear friend Jamie from Team Maya and Jamie says, how did you come up with your build ideas that you finally produced for your master builds? So does anyone want to take an attempt at that?
Well, Sage and I, we love the book, the BFG.
Yeah.
We would listen to it on book on CD in our car, like when we go on trips and stuff. So I'd say our build is heavily inspired by the BFG.
Awesome.
And we definitely had our original thought process was definitely like a dream cloud kind of like vibe of like, because it was our dream to be on the show. So that was definitely, we wanted to incorporate that somehow, but we wanted a focal point with the wizard.
And I really wanted to build the LEGOMaster set out of Lego in the finale of LEGOMasters. Like I wanted, because I like meta stuff like that. So it was cool to like, when I was building that like scene in the cloud, I'm like, how do I build? And I look at the wall, I'm like, oh, that's how I do it. It was like kind of fun to just build what we were in. It was super meta. So
that's awesome.
I love that.
I mean, for us, we wanted to do something personal, and for me, like my wife danced when she was younger, so I wanted to do something like that. And you know, throughout the show, like you get to touch things that you don't always get to, like you get to fiddle with things, and Joe came with this crazy concept. I really wanted to see it work.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it in action, and we combined all our brainstorming back and forth together to come with our.
Joe, is your story in here? Like you're snickering as like Anthony is going into detail.
So like at night when we were done filming, like because I would go to my hotel room and practice, and I would build like just all these random dumb things. And I would just send videos to Anthony. He's like, look at this thing. Look at this thing. And I annoy him in the middle of the night.
He's like, go to bed.
And
we got 2 hours.
And one of them, he was like, oh, that was pretty cool. We should save that one. So
Nice,
that was the ballerina. And then we were like, oh, well, this is cool because like it kind of brings a personal story together. And you know, like I grew up listening to a bunch of ballet music as a kid because that's what inspired me a lot as a musician. And so it really made a lot of sense because it was something we both loved. And it was also is a really kooky and funny idea just with being able to build animals that are all crazy shapes and sizes. And, you know, being able to like build something that looks fancy, but also add that layer of like whimsy and goofiness.
Very cool.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. And I love that in both cases, you built things that were personal to you. For Ben and Michael as well, just to talk briefly about theirs, their build, they were looking at the two of them. So first off, they were brothers, and they were building a scene that was kind of in outer space, where they initially, their seed idea at the beginning was for them to be in a rover that was traveling around this planet and discover this really beautiful large gem. And they made some adjustments and changes to their build, which I'll talk about in a little bit as well. But I like that in their case also, it was personal to them, talking about their relationship as brothers and their experience of kind of going on this journey together, which was really cool. So all three teams, I felt like really nailed it when it comes to thinking about how do we make this personal and emotional and meaningful for each of us. So kudos to all 6 of y'all, of course, for sure. I also, I want to mention, so I dropped in the chat, I did the donation button as well, just so that comes up for people if you want to donate. If we get $15 donated sometime today, then I will challenge our team of panelists to a fun little challenge. So if you'd like to see them all have to think on their feet real quick, someone donate $15 and we will put them to the task. And yeah, so I'll just keep an eye on that as we go, which is a lot of fun. So you're going through this whole process, though. You've got 18 hours. You're kind of working steadily, piece by piece. When looking at the builds, I noticed that, and like you both talked about too so far, how it took a long time to kind of build out the structure and the framework and everything. What was your approach with like dividing the labor around this? And how did you approach who did what first, or kind of who did what throughout that process?
For us, we knew we had to like cover that gray base plate because it was just like you can't show that anything gray, like you don't want any of that showing through. So Sage painstakingly had to press down all the like lime green.
My fingers were very tired,
and they weren't even coming up. Like it was really bad. And what was crazy is some of the pieces that we were using were like in the some of the episodes where it got smashed, like the pieces. And they kept them in the brick pit. So sometimes we stick them down and we're like, why is this going down? We turn around and like the anti-studs are all like bent up and stuff. And it was it was kind of frustrating, but yeah.
So in the beginning, I did the green and then Ian did the wood, like the
and
wood
it's like
deck.
It's like all sideways plates, which like looking back that like probably wasn't the best. Like it took a long time, but.
And then there's like a stream with like stones and stuff. So after I did the green, I did the water with all the stones around it.
And then I did the his desk, and then the wizard.
And then I did the like if you see all the details in the desk or like the book open, and then the candles. And the candles had lights in it, but you can't really see them because I don't know, for some reason they didn't show that. And then like the book open, I did that with like the pen and like the drawers are open on the desk with like a rocket ship and like a stingray. So I did all those like vignettes, and then the bookshelves in the back too.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was a very evenly like it worked out well. Like there wasn't any like one builder was waiting on the other one to finish. It was very much like, and again, I think that goes back to what we chose. It was kind of like there was always something to add because it's a messy wizard's room. So it's like you can just throwing stuff in there and it'll work.
Until like the last minute, we were like putting stuff on like until the end.
They swept the floor. You know when Laurinette and Amy they sweep the floor so there was no pieces, and I'm running around with dishes. And I spill all the dishes in front of them, and this guy's in the back like,
no.
I hate you.
Oh no! Oh, that's so fun. Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Did you ever just scream like, "Don't clean it up! Don't clean it up!
I need those pieces."
Oh, that's so fun. Jonathan, what was your approach with thinking about dividing the responsibilities and how you took that?
Well, we knew we wanted to have a lot of motion in there, and the workings were very, I'd say, complicated because it's not something that he was using a piece, or he was using a motive that's not used, and he wasn't using it in the traditional sense, I'd say. So he needed some work. So I built what I could, and then I kept asking him what space he needed. We wanted to make it beautiful and eye catching. So I kept, as I was building stuff, I kept asking about the design and what would work, and we kept going back and forth with that. So the biggest thing was getting the stage so that it would wow you as soon as you came in. You knew what it was, and that's where we started off with. Maybe to our detriment, I don't know.
No, not at all.
It definitely, because like when we started laying stuff out, I remember because like Anthony was working on like like a lot of the red stuff, or like did you prototype a chair too?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I knew that was going to be important later as well.
Yeah,
and then but I was like, it's kind of weird because you have to like map out all of the like the perimeter of each of those motions.
Yeah,
and like once we mapped it out, like I was able to kind of start with those and then kind of have like, okay, each of those individual things was running. And that's when, and like, again, Anthony's excellent with buildings. And so he came in and like instantly made this beautiful facade that was able to go around it super fast.
Yeah.
And so then it would be like, it's kind of fun. I remember like he'd be working on one part of the wall and I'd be like hunched over, like adding stuff. And then we would just kind of like dance around the table. As we're adding stuff.
Nice. Somebody made a comment about that. I don't remember who it was. One of the producers made a comment about that.
I love that.
Awkward positioning.
Yeah.
Because that was the time where, like, we both were on the step stools. And, like, I was like, this is where we're going to mess up our backs.
That is so fun. One of the things I noticed actually specifically about y'all's build was the facade of the base of your stage and how beautiful it was and how it was also repeatable. And I think that's such a smart building approach when you're creating something that you want it to be decorative, but you also don't want it to take away from the core focus. We are here to watch this ballet. We are here to watch these dancers. So you still need to make sure that that's the star. But when you stop and look, there's so much beautiful detail. So major kudos there. I also want to say someone donated $100.
Oh,
what? Wow. So thank you to whomever did that. So sweet. And I am going to, what? Oh my gosh. It was this person here might have just donated.
It was me. Sorry, but I'm gonna take it back if I don't get to choose the song. So that's the rule.
Okay.
No, I'm
okay.
kidding.
Yeah.
Par for the course. Oh,
right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you're
I just
putting me on
wanted
the
to see.
spot.
I wanted to see them get so excited, and then I was like, "It was me. I get to choose." And I want 9-inch nails. No, okay. All right. Okay,
I
fine.
will have to
All right.
dig into my that's awesome. Well, I will sing a song for y'all, and while I'm singing the song, I'm actually going to challenge our guests to do a fun activity because I told you someone donated 15, and then John whips out 100. So hey, that's forcing everybody to participate. John, if you want to participate, you can. I think you should if you have.
I brought Lego. I have pieces of paper and pencil. Let's do this.
Also, for everybody to know, I was able to talk through this a little bit with Joe, Sage, and Ian. But for John and Anthony, this is definitely on the spot. They don't have any like inside tips, but they knew at least that they were going to be put on the spot. So surprise!
Let's do this.
What I would like is if someone in the chat can give us a broad category. So people just throw out some categories in the chat and I'll pick one. Think of nouns, just like a broad category. I don't know if that's clear enough. Animals. Okay, thank you, Sam. So because that was the first one that pops in, we're going to go with animals. What I'm going to challenge you to do is I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes, and y'all are going to go and build an animal. And then I'll sing while you're building your animals to keep people entertained, hopefully. And then after I'm done with my song and we hit the 5 minutes, I'm going to have each of you show your animal, and we're going to have the audience in the chat guess what it is that you built. So don't worry about perfection. This is about fun. This is about raising money for Stand Up to Cancer. And so have fun. Go to town. I'm going to mute y'all while I pick a song. Actually, I'm going to pick a song and then I'll mute y'all. So give me just a moment.
Are we starting?
Can we build?
Yes, go ahead and start. Your time starts now. So set your own time clocks for 5 minutes because I don't have a way to do that for y'all.
Here, I will set a timer for us.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
So John's got a timer set. Go to town, have fun, and I'm going to pick a song real quick, and I'm going to gradually mute everybody real quick. Okay. So they are all muted, and I need to pick a song to sing for y'all. Just a second. Let me get to... I had a playlist. This is to help me jog my memory of songs that I feel like I can sing on the spot. So how do I find my playlists? It was just there. Here we go. Okay. I've got this. I've got playlists. And here we go. I was not prepared for this. Thank you for the challenge. I am going to sing. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, and this has to be a cappella because of copyright fun. So while everyone is building, I am going to sing you a song, and we've got our builders over here so you can watch them build. Thank you, Mass Vengeance, for saying, get your brick on, which is what I should have said. Clearly, I wouldn't be the right host for this, but get your brick on. Thank you, John, for setting a timer for 5 minutes, and I'm going to sing. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. And I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd grow hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on the highway of regret, the winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. Oh, to make you feel my love. Yay! Song by Bob Dylan. That is one of my favorite songs, and I actually fell in love with it because of the TV show Nashville. So if you didn't watch Nashville, it was a wonderful show on ABC. I think it was like 6 seasons. It was like some really super fun country type vibes with lots of incredible performances on it. And that was the version that was sung by Macy, who is of Lennon and Macy, who were the 2 daughters on the show. Really, really amazing show. And they have incredible voices. So thank you for bearing with me with the song. I'm seeing some super sweet comments in the chat. Nikki, you are so sweet. If Justin was doing that during this show while you were building, you would have built better. Oh, yes. I mean, if Justin was singing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish they would have let me sing during the show because as I've talked about on my streams recently, when I'm building at home, I am singing quite a bit. So I think it actually helps soothe me and puts me in the right building mood. So glad to hear that you think it would be fun. The show, unfortunately, would not let us sing. Many of us would be humming or singing and we would hear builders, stop singing in our ears or over the loudspeakers because we weren't allowed to because of copyright. Same reason that I have to sing a cappella for here. So, but thank you for the sweet comments. Y'all are so fun. And I have to say that it's such a pure joy to get to sing. John is saying, everybody watch. Oh my gosh, is it time? Is it time? I'm going to say that you have 1 more minute. Surprise, you get 1 bonus minute to build. So finish your builds in the next minute. And I will watch my timer and set it for a minute to actually honor that. Thank you, John, for keeping us on task. But yes, it is such a joy to get to share my voice with y'all and to do so in a way that's helping raise money for Stand Up to Cancer. So thank you again, Stand Up Builders, for setting up this live stream community and allowing me to participate. It has been so much fun. Thank you to everyone who's donated. Since we got more than $15, I'm also going to make this group do another challenge, but we're going to chat a little bit first. First, we'll finish this challenge, chat a little bit about the finale, and then I will have them do one more quick challenge for y'all. That'll be less than 5 minutes. It'll be much faster. Okay, I believe it's been 15 seconds left. As Will would say, thanks, Fox. Absolutely, right? Thanks, Fox, for not letting us have the rights to allow people to sing on stage. I will say, when Will put me on the spot to sing in the Wicked episode, I was so hopeful that we would have the opportunity to actually have it air. And I assumed that we would, but I didn't know for sure because they would have to get the rights and all of that to make it happen. So that was such a wonderful joy to watch that episode and find out that they let me actually sing on TV. So, all right, I am unmuting all 4 of you, and it's hands down. Hands up, bricks down.
No!
Sorry. All right, I am going to give someone the floor. We are going to do, let's see, I'm going to put
me
in. Oh yeah, John, you want to go first?
Yeah, because let the amateurs go first. So okay. I was definitely limited by the brick that is on the desk because there's only so many things that I have. But I do have and have been putting together throughout this several of the Marvel minifigures from the, I want to say, which was the most recent series where all of the Marvel characters were on a, I don't know. So I've created a marvelous snake made out of...
If the chat wants to guess snake, they'll be right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Literally, I just took the bottoms of literally all the figs and I literally put Moon Knight and Wolverine right there on the top. But then, wait for this. Oh no, it fell.
Oh no.
The Labubu that I got from one of these Lego conferences I was putting because it kind of is an animal of some kind. Moon Knight was holding it. So it's, but isn't it
love it. I love it.
This deserves to be an out Lego idea. I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be created into a set.
I'll just say that I was really excited for being the timekeeper, and I was more excited to be in charge of the time than participating in the challenge. So I'm just very excited to be here.
Yes, but very, very happy to have you here with us. And I would have to say, we've got NPU. So I shared in the chat, NPU is nice part usage. But Philip says, NPU with them legs, though.
Let them legs, though. Yes.
Yes. And I also liked Moto's recommendation of let's score based on excuses when the builders start talking.
I love this.
And you're absolutely
I might
right.
win.
It was a snack. It was a snack. So very good job. Hey, Zach, good to see you. All right, who wants to go next? And before you go, we're going to let the chat guess what you built.
Yeah.
So show them your build, and then in the chat, people will vote. So anybody want to volunteer next?
Let's do this.
All right, we'll go with Joe. Whoops, I just removed it. Sorry. Let's do that again. We'll go with Joe. Yay, there we go. All right.
You see it? There you go.
Into this.
The round part is disappearing into your background.
Oh, sorry. How about?
That's okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay, move it a little bit closer to the camera. All right. Does everybody see? Anybody guess what this is? Oh, we've got a guess for Spider.
I love it.
Spider. Anybody right? Any other guesses? All right, I've got a thumbs up. I'm guessing that's a spider. Yay!
You know, your normal yellow household spider.
Oh, yes, your yellow household spider.
Or octopus. I've been really obsessed with octopi this past year. So
I love it. I love it. Well, lots of great guesses in the chat, and it looks like Joe did a good job building because y'all were able to figure it out. All right, Anthony, can I put you on the spot?
Yes.
All right, let's bring Anthony to the solo layout.
Do I get
Show us
extra
your build
than anybody?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Always. Hey!
Oh, I love him.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Beautiful. What do y'all think it is? Any guesses? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. What guesses do we have? Y'all, anybody? Do the panelists want to guess? Oh, I like this guess. So we've got Wolfenstein, and we have Dog and Doggy.
I think Doggo.
And we have Sloth. I love this. Y'all are so creative. Fun. Anybody else have a guess?
I think it's a doggy.
A lab?
I know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You tell us, Anthony, what did you build?
He said doggy.
A doggy! Yay! Awesome. I love it. Seeing some specifics of Golden Labrador, and I love this response. Love the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Nice part usage with the nose. So fun. All right, I'm bringing our. I almost said twins. I'm bringing our siblings in. You tell us. Not the twins.
So
we teamed up together.
And Sage and I are wearing black and white, so we thought it'd be appropriate to.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I love the very boopable little nose from the dog. Yes. So what is this one, y'all? What do you think?
Is it too bright?
Hold on. Can you guys see it?
Oh, we can see it perfectly.
We can see it. It's good. Yeah. I'm seeing a cactus. Okay, we got to vote for Panda. Another one says wonderful Panda. Another Panda and another Panda. So looks like the consensus is on Panda with one vote for wonderful Panda. And now we also have Wonder Twins power activate. Is this a panda bear?
It is a panda.
It's a killer whale. I'm just
kidding.
It's
a killer whale. I love it so much. Y'all, thank you all so much. I also love that we've got a vote for Dalmatian.
That's a good,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Great guesses, y'all. Great builds, y'all. I had to sing during mine, so I didn't build one. But here's a little cardinal that I built a while ago.
Awesome! And your singing performance was amazing, Justin.
Thank you.
Great job.
Love you all so much.
We built.
I know. I wanted to listen. It was hard to focus.
That was my goal. Totally throw you off. Well, thank you so much. And thank you again for these on-the-spot, super silly challenges, but super fun. And thank you to the chat for coming up with a fun idea. I think that was Sam who suggested animals. Someone else suggested minifigures, and I'm going to come back to that and give y'all another challenge that'll be for minifigures. But we're going to continue our chat about the finale, because that's more important and why we're here. And yes, Philip says, I always distract him with my singing. I will have to say that sometimes he's like, shut up. Just kidding. That's not true. He's always super sweet and nice. And I have a wonderful, loving husband who's very supportive, but I also don't sing to distract him. So I sing just for me. All right. So let's go back to the episode. Let me look back at my notes and see where we were at. Oh, okay. So there was a question in the chat that someone had said, let me find it because I like the way it was worded. And I have to scroll up past all of these wonderful guesses. And this question is for Anthony and Joe. And this is one I wanted to ask as well. So please tell us about the cast connection of your audience members on your build, Joe and Anthony. Was there anything special about your build and the cast members that were in your audience? And there may not have been, but...
yeah, there was.
There was? Okay. Yeah. Tell us about it. If you want
to. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
Oh, well, I was going to, like, when we were talking, like, Anthony and I talked a lot about how much all of y'all impacted us throughout the entire season. And we just felt like it was really important to try to include, like, a little bit of everybody in the build.
I love that.
Since we were doing the animal theme, I think Anthony kind of came up with the idea of, like, well, what if, we use the Over the Falls, as kind of the archetype, so we could include everyone's characters from there. And then we added one for Nick and Kendall.
Yay!
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Was it a bear?
Yeah, because there's this running joke in our audition about building a bear.
Building a bear.
So. I love that. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah. Anthony's, like, the little heads that he created from were adorable.
So good.
Yeah.
So cute.
Like, it's crazy. My connections so bad.
He created his own sub team. Like, they were all like, and they looked the same, like in the same universe.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
Anthony, we want our gator.
Yeah.
I had it set up, but hands up, bricks down.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, it was something that when we were all watching that finale in all of our different watch parties, all of us were like, wait, there's all these really cute animal characters in the audience. And then it was like, wait, that one looks like I kept seeing this one that was in the corner. Mine just fell apart that I'm trying to fix real quick. But I kept seeing one in the corner chair that was purple. And it looked a little bit like this guy that fell apart in my hands. There we go. He's back together. But it looked a little bit like this guy. So this is my mini build that I did for our episode Over the Falls of the character that John and I created, Zog. And there's a little purple alien with fun stick-up eyes in your audience, which was my biggest tip-off that, okay, I'm not just making this up, because you could have picked any animal, and that was clearly not an animal. So, but that was a really, really sweet and touching add-on. I want to show a quick video clip from the episode of some challenges that both teams ran into. And I thought it was actually really fun that this clip actually shows a challenge for both of y'all's team. So let's take a look at this, and then we will talk about it.
What's happening?
Is it not connected?
We wanted the arms to be posable to give the wizard great action, but that came at a cost because it is only connected by one ball joint. This should be more secure.
Well, it's gonna fall off.
There's a lot riding on that one ball joint, and if it falls off, we're gonna lose everything.
Is it attached? And then...
You're behind. Not the hippo. Oh man.
I'm working on this wall and I bumped the main star of our build. I can't believe this is happening right now. We can't afford missteps like this. We're getting further behind. It's messed up, like bad.
So hopefully that's not bringing up like bad memories from y'all.
Oh.
But truthfully, in these episodes, while you're building, stuff like this happens. And in every single episode, all of us experience this at least one time during the season of like something not working out the way that it did. So do either of you teams want to talk about some of the challenges, whether this one or others, that you faced with these builds? And it actually, that's a question that someone in the challenge or in the chat had asked was, so it can be talking about these specifically or not, but someone said, what was the hardest problem you discovered and overcame building for the show versus building off the show? And I would say specifically think about this episode, but also maybe in broad as well. So anybody want to jump in?
Well, for that specific clip, we built these candles and then we had the like wires sticking through the candles. And so they were very janky. And then the wizard's arm wasn't supported enough. And so every time the arm, I'm not kidding you, the arm probably fell off like maybe like 13 times and it kept breaking the candles. And we were focusing on that when we were like, we had other stuff. Cause there was like probably what, like 2 hours left?
No, there was like an hour. I remember being like, the wizard had no arms with an hour left. So like, you know, sometimes the show, they kind of fabricate like some drop, like that was 100%. Like the wizard had no arms with like an hour left. It was so stressful. And then when the arm would fall off, it just break everything around it. And so it's really annoying because it's like we were just rebuilding and not building new stuff for the build. I think the hardest part from the show to being at home is just being creative day after day. Like sometimes when you're at home, when you finish a build, you admire it, you look at it for a few days, you can't do that on the show. It's like you immediately have to build something amazing like the next day. So it's just, I think it's being creative consistently is like the hardest part. Consistent creativity is really can be draining.
Because like sometimes you're just tired and you just can't think of anything, you know, you got a brain fart.
Totally. Yeah. I love that you're bringing that up too, because for those watching in the chat, our season, we filmed between 3 and 4 episodes a week. And so it was go. What Ian and Sage were just talking about was very true, that you finished one build and you dove right into the next one and didn't really have a lot of time to rest or think between them as well. So yeah, I found that to also be challenging as well. Anthony and Joe, do you want to talk about any challenges you faced on this build, or answering the question too broadly about challenges from the show that are different than the world or regular life?
For me, the biggest challenge was just dreaming so big and accomplishing what we set out. Like our final build is not what we imagined. So for me, it was mainly time and building really big and trying to accomplish so much, because we had ideas about the fronts, the side. We want to do things in the back, put more Easter eggs in there, you know, things about a tree and stuff like that. But that was the biggest challenge, trying to accomplish everything and like constantly breaking things over and over again, kept setting us back and got in the way.
Yeah. I have to say too, I've built a lot of characters about that scale, and for one, what I do often is I build in my hands and holding onto it the whole time. I'm not good about setting it down and building on the table, which means I can crumble it in my hands on accident pretty easily. And that drives me nuts because I'll have to rebuild and rebuild and rebuild. Actually, today I was working on, well, I have it here, so I'll show you. I was working on this giraffe and it kept falling apart, and I can't tell you how many times I wish I would have taken a picture of the head, because I've rebuilt this so many times and I don't know what it looked like the first time I liked it. I'm more pleased with it now than I was before.
That's so cute.
It's so cute.
Thank you. It's coming together. It's going to be a little astronaut giraffe.
That's awesome.
And I want the back to be a little bit more rounded. So like little things that I'm working on, but it's one of those things where like over and over again, I kept smashing apart the head and I was like, are you kidding me? Like how many times? And then I have to search the floor for all the different pieces and everything. So just basically saying, Anthony, relatable for sure. I definitely had that experience for sure. So
can I say what my number one challenge was?
John, please.
Sleeves.
Yes.
Sleeves were my number one challenge because going into LEGOMasters, I built in t-shirts. I built like at home. It was fine. When not only that, then when you had a shirt and then a jacket on top of it. I mean, Anthony, I thought literally when you hit the hippo, I was like, that's things I would do because you can't feel when something hits you. And by the time that you drag it on the fabric, it's too late. It's too late. So you're not building with this. And I'm like, oh gosh, if I were to go back again, I would be like, no. I want tight, like Ben and Michael. I want Michael t-shirts.
Right.
I'm sorry. My apologies to everyone. I'm doing it because I can't. I can't.
On t-shirts. Yeah.
It is so true. Yeah. Well, and like, given that we live in Texas, and what's weird is I can say that for all 6 of us, it's so hot here that I never wear long sleeves in the build room except for like the month or two that it's cold. And even then, I typically, this room in particular gets really hot, and this is where I do a lot of my building. So yeah, having jackets and coats, and I know, Coach, you had those amazing outfits they had for you, but like the track jackets,
they were so good.
So, yeah.
Can you like come out with like? Can you start an e-commerce brand? Please create a Shopify account, create an e-commerce brand that is just tracksuits. I will be your number one customer. All brick related. Please.
That would be pretty cool.
And it's just ads of Anthony running to the brick pit.
Oh my gosh, yes.
In slow motion.
Perfect.
Oh my God, Ian, shut up. That's such a good idea.
Some bricks flying up in slow motion.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
I love this.
To tag on your question, to give his credit, like every time anything would happen like that, he absolutely nailed putting it back together. Because they kept looking consistently awesome. Because that's, like you said, is tough. Because it's like you can't do reference photos and stuff. You just kind of have to roll with it. So, and I'll also say, like, they didn't show it as much, but like I kept running into issues where I would build a mechanism, and then I would test it and run it, be fine, and then when I would come back later, it would not work properly. And that was actually that was a major source of time constraint too, because we would basically kind of like, okay, we did this task, and then we would come back to it. We kept having to just like redo things, and it sucks up your time really fast. And like again, like we had a really grand vision for that, and like I think like we accomplished a lot of cool parts of it. There's always extra stuff that you want to add, and it's tough. Like Ian and Sage were talking about how all that stuff they did in the last hour. I think the proscenium arch and then like the backdrop we did in like the last 45 minutes.
Wow.
And then like Anthony built most of the audience, like you started duplicating everything really fast.
The little assembly line stuff. Like you said, Justin, the repeatable stuff that using that approach helped a lot.
Yeah. I remember advice that I had heard from a friend who was on the show before, just when I was going through the audition process, was they said, do things that are repeatable. So if you come up with a great character, plan a build where you can make 20 of that character, that they're all like neighbors or friends or something, or like think about it in that way where you can build something where it's multiples, because if you have 12 versus if you have 20, you can still talk about having a crowd, right? Like just different things like that you need to think through. And one thing that I really love that I think both teams here represented on this chat did really well in this finale was managing your time in terms of thinking about what you could be fine without versus what had to be done, and focusing on those had to be done things first. And so what I was hearing was Ian and Sage were talking about, like, you've got these bookshelves, you can add more fun to the bookshelves as much as you want, but you have to have the bookshelves first and at least one book on there. So focusing on getting that done then allows you to, with your extra time, build more and add some fun details and things. And with Anthony and Joe, one of the things that y'all talked about too was like, you wanted to add in a little bit more Easter eggs, or you know, different little details and things here and there, to spice it up and add more. But looking at it from my view, from watching the episode, it looked like a completely finished build. Like, you saved the right things for if we have time, I'll get to it. And you were still able to put some of those things in, like the background. I was looking at when watching the episode today, and how it had the really fun clouds and how you just created some interesting shapes and things. My guess is that wasn't something that you built at the beginning. Yeah.
Look at Joe's face.
I know,
it's
like, Joe,
wasn't.
Something is, yeah.
If you want to talk about putting stuff together, it like that was a speed build.
Yeah.
That was like the last 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And it like, that was not the plan. And I still cringe looking at it, because it's just plates that were like hacked together. And I just tried to cover the seams with the clouds, but I was like, it's like, there's just no, and like, we kept having to take photos because we would look at the angle and it's like, well, the backdrop has to fill the arch. And so it has to be a certain size. And we were like, what's the distance the camera's going to look at it? And so it like that I was losing my mind on that part.
It turned out beautifully though.
Yeah, it really did. And I love too, Joe, what you're talking about you were losing your mind. You were looking at it like cringing, feeling like it wasn't enough or wasn't what you wanted it to be. The audience at home is watching and saying, whoa, that's really cool. Look how they did the clouds. Like, it's stuff like that we all get in our heads about. To where we know that maybe if we had 24 hours, if we had 48 hours, if we didn't have the stress of a clock and the microphones and cameras and all that stuff, we could do something different, right? And that's okay. Yeah. But just remember too, and this is a lesson I need to hear myself as well, we are our own worst critics with all this stuff. And others are looking at it going, whoa, that's awesome. So kudos to both teams. I think you did a good job with handling the time pressure of accomplishing something this massive in 18 hours, because that can feel probably very overwhelming in a lot of ways, for sure. So
who's ready to do it again?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, right? I would love the opportunity to go back and do this all like one whole time again. I want to show 2 videos of your builds because the people at home need to see. So I've got the 2 videos where you actually show and present your builds to the judges. And I'm going to show them back to back. Actually, I'm going to show one, then we'll talk about it, and then we'll show the other and talk about it. So we will start with Anthony and Joe's. I've got yours queued up, so we will start with yours. So let's take a look at this. This is when they are presenting their build to the judges. And I would say take a look at all the fun details, but take a look at the audience members in the chairs too, because then you'll see what we were just talking about as well.
Anthony and Joe, tell us about your master build.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats to join us at The Wild Ballet, a wonderful collection of ballet dancers that happen to be some of the most wild animals that you've ever seen. On the center stage, we have a hippo spinning and jumping for your pleasure. Also, an elephant, a beautiful rhinoceros, and birds running around as well.
Anthony and Joe, we really asked teams to push their creativity and imagination, and I just love where you've taken your build. You've not just built one character, but you've built multiple characters, and you've brought motion into your build, something that's difficult to do with only 18 hours on the clock.
It's wonderfully refreshing, and it's a really impressive model with so much to enjoy. Great job.
Thank you.
Anthony and Joe, I know you guys had some trouble with some of the heads staying on your build.
But that's why this is my favorite build. It pushed us to try new things and to do whatever it takes to succeed in the end.
Incredible job. You should be very, very proud.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yay! I love it so much. One of the things I love about these clips too is it does show the Brickmasters giving some positive feedback to everybody about how wonderful it is of what you built. Because I think one of my biggest takeaways from the show was my confidence growing because of the feedback that we got from the Brickmasters and from each other, because we all really did care deeply about each other and want to see each other succeed. So, looking at that build, I want to ask everyone else except for Anthony and Joe, what were some of the things that you loved about their build?
I think the motors, to me, you just cease to amaze me in terms of the character and like the movement. I remember like watching it for the very first time and just thinking, gosh, they are like dancing all over that stage. And I just think like, God, I really want to like open that up and smash it and see exactly how it works. Because I felt like that's how every one of your builds were all season long, was that I just wanted you to open up something, because I'm like, no, it's going to be cool. It's going to get even weirder and intricate and all of these things. And I think that's how you both think. And it's just, I feel like I've seen it in cons, I've seen it in person, and I saw it here in the build. It's just like there are all these layers to it. It's not just this gorgeous build, but it's so much more thought and analytical of like approach to it. And I'm like, and I can see it. And I always continue to be impressed at what y'all create. And the fact that you can see Zogama up the bottom left-hand corner just warms my heart.
Yes.
Guys.
Yes.
I totally agree with you, John. Like the amount of like detail and movement is like so complicated, and it blows my mind. Like seeing how it moves and everything. It's like, I don't know how you guys do it, but like never fails to amaze me. And like it makes me, your build is like so big too, like it's so impressive, and it like definitely stood out, because I remember like seeing it and it stood out so much, and it definitely makes me want to go sit and watch ballet.
My favorite part is like, I love how all the characters, they feel like they're from the same movie, like they're all in the same universe.
It's like an art style.
Yeah, it's like a Pixar,
yeah, it's like signatures.
Yeah, it's like a signature look. And I love the colors that you chose, like the pops of red from the seats to like the curtains. Like, I love the colors you chose, and I remember running by the build and seeing the inside of it. Sorry, John, I know you're probably jealous, but it was crazy the amount of things that were going on in there.
I don't know how you guys do it, but amazing.
So good. I'll add to this. So I love what everybody just said. I love the structure that you put together. So I mentioned this already, but just the details that you put into it make it so that as you're looking at it, you can see more and more detail and intention that you put into it. But it's not distracting. The focal point is still the clear focal point of the wonderful ballet that's happening on the stage. But the trappings around it are gorgeous and so well designed, and such smart design when thinking about how you need to put a lot of effort into the character builds and the movement. Those are obviously the stars of the show, but what can you do to create a repeatable and beautiful, so that it's not just a big rectangle? Like, this is so much more than a simple rectangle. And I think you nailed it. So great job. And I am not going to let either of you talk anything negative about your builds, and same with Ian and Sage. Nobody can say anything negative about your own builds. We can only hear positives from each other. So not that you were going to, but who knows? I am so proud of y'all, and it was such a wonderful thing to get to see. Before we show Ian and Sage's, I'm going to show Ben and Michael's. So I don't have a video clip of them doing their judges thing, unfortunately. But one thing I mentioned was they started with this idea of the two of them in minifig scale in a rover exploring a planet. They were given feedback partway through from the Brickmasters to think about how if they're on a different planet, they can do whatever scale they want. They don't have rules to have to abide by. And so think bigger or broader. So they kind of scrapped their idea partway through and pivoted to these brick-built robots. And I say robots plural because there's 4 in here. There's the one that you see standing looking at these 3 incredible, gorgeous spires that are in all different kind of angles and directions. And then there's one inside each of those spinning around on motors, which I thought was so cool. The other thing that was really cool that I wish there was a video clip of this, but they had these little towers that you can see on the left and right and all around it that had different spinning elements that were moving in opposite directions from the same tower of rocks and things. And it was really visually stunning. The robots inside each of these gems had different expressions and different build styles to represent 3 different emotions, so that their robot on the outside was kind of looking at himself in the future and seeing himself exploring what it is to feel each of these emotions. So I loved that they put themselves into the build still, without it having to be minifig versions of themselves. It was themselves through the emotions that they experienced during LEGO Masters. And their ability with technic and movement is just phenomenal. So good. Anybody want to comment briefly on theirs before we move on to the next video?
I really like the lights, the amount of lights that they put in.
Yeah, it was in the base too.
Yes, and like literally, like you'd look and like looking at it from a top view, like looking down.
Yeah,
they like the whole like
green was glowing.
It was like they created a whole new world. Like it could be a video game of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the world building that they did was like phenomenal.
That's
and
really
like
cool.
the lights and the different like crystals and the way the lights would shoot out was very, very pretty.
And I like how the robot's not facing. It's like the back, so you see the silhouette of it. Like it like adds. It's almost better that you don't see the face of it from the front, because it's more like you can put yourself into like what the robot's feeling, because you can't. It doesn't give you the answer, so it's kind of like a mystery.
I could totally see like a short film or like a movie about it.
Oh my gosh, totally. Yeah, I love that. Awesome.
Yeah, each of those characters, like when we were able to kind of sneak a peek, they looked incredible. You know, and there's
nice.
Like, it was amazing because they were all robots, but like you said, they're like just each emotion was very, very obvious, and there was a lot to pull you in from those characters.
That's
and then when they encased them in the like those crystals, and then like getting, like you said, the crazy angles. Like I remember
that was really impressive.
Trying to anchor them, and I was like, that can be kind of hard with translucent stuff because you know, like it can be very fragile when you build like this. So it was super cool, and then to like the way they were able to get the tops of those pyramids together was really, really awesome.
Yeah,
I really like Sage said it. I feel like I'm looking at another world. It's and then the translucent stuff, like Joe said, getting that to go at those angles and not give anything away, like the head, everything. So it doesn't look like you're looking at Lego.
Yeah. Not at all. Yeah,
like so much organic. I mean, it's weird. We're talking about robots, but there's a certain organic feel to it. It's one of those immersive builds.
For sure.
Very much so.
Justin, I remember when I saw their final one, it wasn't that long after that Lego set of like the Geo like the gems came out.
Yeah.
And I thought when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, like that like they created it. They created the gem set, right?
Yeah.
Because it was just so perfectly sculpted.
Yeah.
And then you find out like the two had nothing to do with each other. And I'm like, oh, Ben and Michael, like that was impressive.
Yeah.
So between that and then the animation like inside and the motors, to me, with what even Sage just said with the lights, I felt like mesmerized, but I feel like it was also like the perfect build for them.
Yeah.
When like the reins are off, it's like, that is you all like at your peak, because it is just so you. It's just so them. Like it's got like it's like it has guidelines, but at the same time they try to break through them. It's got like motors and restrictions, but they're at different angles. So I was so impressed at what they created.
For sure. Totally agree. And I love what y'all said too about the angles are the thing that stood out most to me, because not only building at the angle, but also then including movement that's having to go at those weird angles. Like I can't conceptualize how they were able to get that to work. It's so impressive. Okay, well, let's watch another video about another finalist build. So here we go.
Ian, tell us about your master build.
We've made the Wizard. This wizard is the keeper of dreams. Each of the wizard's drawers contains a special dream that everyone has from the ocean to a rocket ship in space.
And today he is writing our dream. We have a cloud, and it's us in the finale. And in another cloud, we have us in a world of pets, because we love animals, so that would be a dream come true.
It's pretty much reality.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the wizard's cloak gets caught in a candle, and it lights on fire. Oh my! And he accidentally writes a nightmare.
Us getting chased by snakes. While all this is happening, his pet owl is freaking out with his head spinning around and around.
Sage and Ian, throughout this competition, you're at your best when you're having fun. And while were you having fun on this model, it just shows throughout it. It's really impressive. And then that fire on the sleeve. It's a wonderful moment of tension, but it's just subtle enough that it seems like a little playful addition. Not only is it impressive by the size, but I have to say, I think this is your best build yet. It's really beautiful.
And I just have to say, I love how you've captured the face of the wizard. So much personality, and you've used the bricks in a really clever way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay!
That's awesome.
All right, friends. Shower Sage and Ian with praise. What did you love about their build?
I love the expression of the wizard. That's it's inanimate, but it has so much emotion in it. That was the thing that stood out the most to me. Was his face.
Thank you, guys.
And it was so immediately recognizable because, like, you just look immediately at the wizard, and then as your eyes would move around, especially like seeing all the crazy little details that you packed into the desk. And then even looking on the groundwork, it was like you guys said, like there's just always something for your eye to look at. And every time I look at that picture, like I always notice something new. Like I remember you're talking about like the minifigure legs on there, and that like blew my mind whenever you told us that. There's so many cool little things to look at.
Thanks, Joe.
I feel like the one thing that like if there's like another team that like loves color more than Justin and me, it's like Sage and Ian. Like you run to it because you use it as an expressive tool, as a way to like draw your eye in, like focus on specific details, but then also like the nightmare, and then the way that like you use dark brick to like represent that, and then you brought it to life in a very like dark, like I thought that was just so smart. So I feel like you guys are just terrific storytellers, and every part of it was like very well thought out about your journey up until this point. But then even if you took your journey out of it, it's this incredible story of a wizard with a pet that you have characters who are expressive and they're engaging. It's just that like every little part of this tells a story or like captures your interest. So it's truly a magical build.
Oh, thanks, John.
I mean, like your team, like
you guys are the color
experts. So to hear that, it's like, oh wow.
We love color, but we love color, but like you just take it to a very like a really exciting place. Oh, so I'm always impressed, but this was just such an incredible build, guys.
Oh, thanks, John.
Yeah, I mean it.
I love how we were able to see all three teams use movement. And I know that movement wasn't something that's like you always build with movement in yours, but you found creative ways to show. And this is something that was part of the challenge prompt too, was take the lessons that you learned throughout the show and build them into your builds. And so you took that to heart. You included these really fun moments of movement and also the lighting, like you mentioned with the candles and things, in a way that just adds that much more to it. I loved the shaping of the clouds. I thought that was really clever, and it gave you such really fun windows to then build mini scenes in as well. And I love that your build is the only build from what I can think of that has brick built characters in minifig scale, and you were able to do it in a way that actually makes sense. Like it was so cool that you were able to do minifig scale tiny builds within those dream world moments too. So really, really fantastic.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, of course. Of course. really good in all around, and it was something that it was just so fun to see each team's personality kind of shine through with the builds that you did. We have a question in the chat that I wanted to touch on. What were your favorite memories from the finale? So don't do any spoilers yet, but what were the favorite memories of that experience during the finale, if anybody wants to share?
I'll say the hardest part in the finale was like, that's when I think all of us felt that, but like I really started missing my family on like a really deep level.
Yeah.
And I will always remember getting to hug like my kids and my wife.
Yeah.
Like, that just broke me, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was, but that was also just one of the best feelings in the world, was just to get to hug my family again.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, it was the same for me.
Yeah.
One part they cut out, thankfully, because I look like a big wuss. How emotional I got after, and like Will was asking, like, see your family again. What does that do to you? Does it light a fire? And I was like, man, I got very emotional at that point, because that's all I could do.
Understandably so, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for us is definitely seeing our family as well. And it was cool because our older brother, he lives in Maryland.
Oh.
And so because we don't live near him. So for him to come out as well was like a really big surprise, because it's like we haven't seen him in a while, and then we haven't seen our family in a while. And then it was cool because my older brother, he placed a green brick on our finale build. And so he was our third teammate.
I love that, guys.
So then when he looks at the picture of the finale build, he zooms in on that one piece.
That down.
Nice. Yeah. That's so fun. I love that y'all got the opportunity to have your families there. And I have to say that all of y'all were so good about keeping that from all of us. It was funny that I remember talking with Anthony and Joe's families and kiddos, and your kids also were experts at not saying anything at all and pretending like it was all brand new to them. So good job with the parenting skills there. I don't know how you bribed them to be such good secret keepers.
No. The crazy, like, I thought we were all friends. I literally thought that like we could be like past the NDA, but no. Like, and I'm like, Fox, this was a shock to like Justin and me. It was like, what? And I'm like, I thought we were WhatsApp buddies. We were tight. This was a family. And then I'm just like, Denise, like Mrs. Summer, like your mom, and like I know her, and she didn't give me the what, and I'm like, wow,
it runs in the genes to keep a secret, I guess.
All of you, Sean. I mean, I was just like, what?
Yeah,
I thought we were tight.
I love that we've got Emily in the chat here laughing because you also kept a secret from all of us too, friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, super fun and very touching moment, and it was something that I think, we were really hopeful would happen, but we just didn't know. And so it was really cool to see that it happen for y'all. And I love, or one of the things I'm going to call on Ian and Sage to mention too was, can you talk a little bit about building on the floor?
Yes.
You shared this at Rodeo, but I thought it was a cool story. So.
Yeah, so this was another special moment that we had in the finale. There's a lot of pressure, and it's like they always want you to stand behind the tables, so they have the camera. Like they don't even want your backs turned. So it was like we very much were like standing like in a certain area. It was just like this, Sage and Ian, like behind the table. So when the cameras were off, there was a really special moment we had where we got to like sit on the ground and build like we did when we were kids in our room.
We just went to the brick pit and then put a bunch of Lego in the bin and then just like put it on the floor and
just
then
build it on the floor. And there was like a moment where I was like took it all in, and I kind of like looked around like we are building in the finale of LEGOMaster on the floor just like we were when we were kids. Like it was a really full circle moment. I was like kind of getting emotional because it was just like it was all quiet.
Never thought that would happen.
The whole set was quiet. It's like when you look down, you're like, are we in a room? And you look around, you're like, no, we're in the finale of LEGOMaster. So it's really special.
I love that. I love it so much. Thank you for sharing that. I knew that was a fun story that you shared, and I thought it'd be neat for people to hear here too.
Thank you, Justin.
Okay, so before we do the big reveal of the end results of it, I'm going to send you all on a quick scavenger hunt around your house to find one thing for me. Actually, find two things. So I'm going to have you all run and do a scavenger hunt to find a minifigure that's one of your favorite minifigures and an accessory that that minifigure would carry or use. It could be mini dolls as well, depending on if that's what you want. But I'm going to play the Stand Up to Cancer video during that time. And so run and grab that. We'll come back, we'll share them real quickly, and then we will talk about the winners. Is everything clear? What we're gonna do?
Wait,
No?
what?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So yes, so run, find a minifigure and an accessory that that minifigure has that you want to share with everybody. I've got one beside me that's one of my favorite minifigures, and I'll share that with y'all. But you'll have about 2 minutes to go and find it, and then you'll share it with everybody.
Joe, you didn't even start the time, and Joe just disappeared.
And timer is started right now. Go.
Cancer for those who continue fighting every single day.
I stand up to cancer for my family.
I stand up to cancer for the friends and family that have had to fight to live.
I stand up to cancer
to honor those we've.
I stand up to cancer for those who continue fighting every single day.
I stand up to cancer for my family.
I stand up to cancer for the friends and family that have had to fight to live.
I stand up to cancer
to honor those we've lost and to help support those who are still fighting.
To give families and friends that opportunity to spend as much time together as they can.
I fundraise for Stand Up to Cancer as a survivor of cancer myself.
For my uncle, for my friends, to make the world a better place.
And my fellow stand-up builders.
We are standing up to cancer.
Because cancer almost took my life, but I'm still standing.
It's my dream that no one else has to go through what they went through.
That's why I'm standing up to cancer.
Because it has affected so many people that I love.
Because as a survivor, I want to give hope and a voice to other survivors.
Because its scourge can and will be stopped in our lifetime.
Because cancer sucks.
I stand up to cancer for survivors like me.
In honor of some of my mom's dear friends.
For my mom, for my grandmom.
For those that are just diagnosed.
For those who don't have anyone to fight for them.
And I stand up to cancer for my late grandmother, Mary.
For family members who had unfortunately lost their battle to cancer.
And our community who either have fought or are still fighting.
I hope you'll join me this August.
To stand up to cancer.
We are doing our part.
And build hope through the power of science.
Please help us raise money to fight this terrible disease.
Let's help end cancer.
I hope you join me and the rest of the builders as we stand up to cancer together.
I will be building Lego, but I will also be building hope.
Together we can make a difference. Together we stand up to cancer.
All right. I think we have everyone back. I love that Sean says, Justin's cheating. He needs to grab a second fig. Okay, I will real quick. I've got one right here. Perfect. So I will share mine first. And here is my build. Well, actually, it is a build, but here's the fig that I picked. This is my favorite minifig. It is Larry the Barista. And we have a little shadow box in our living room that holds these 6x12 base plates perfectly. So I built him a little cafe. His accessory is his hat because he is ready for the winter holidays and red cup season at his cafe. So I actually have some orange details and things that I'll switch out for pumpkin spice latte season here in a couple weeks. And clearly I didn't switch it out from his winter scene from December. And for the second fig, since I was just put on the spot, here's a little lady from Texas that was in the pick-a-brick stuff, and she's got a whip because she's whipping these people into action to get their minifigs going. So hope that counts for y'all. Anybody ready to share your minifig that you found?
I can share mine.
All right, let me find Sage and Ian. Here we go. Yes.
So I built my mom out of Lego.
Ah, yay!
And since she's my favorite person, it's my favorite minifigure.
Yeah.
And she likes bike riding, and she's also a crazy cat lady like me. Someone.
I like it.
So this is my favorite minifig.
That's awesome.
My mom's obsessed.
Yeah.
Mine's not as emotional, but it.
I might have just handed Ian something.
It's super random, but this is one of my favorite minifigures, and it's like not really an accessory, but I love it. It's Frozone with a koala.
That's cute. I love it. I love it. That's
the
so
koala
fun.
was an added touch.
But I love this Frozone minifigure. It's so good.
Nice. Oh, that's so fun. Hi, Big Nate. Thanks for joining. Thank you all for sharing. Who wants to go next and show your minifigures?
I'll go.
Anthony, what do you got?
So,
yeah.
Right now, Spider-Man's my favorite. I watched the movie on my birthday. So right now,
oh, so good.
He has a hot dog because, fighting crime makes you hungry.
I love it. I love it. And the hot dog, yes, very important to get your sustenance to fight that crime. All right, Joe.
So this is the highly coveted Darth Jar Jar.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
yes!
my gosh! So it's like all the Star Wars fans, like this is the minifigure that we wanted for so long, and he's got this double-bladed lightsaber. And then, one of the reasons why this one's cool is because when we were filming, obviously, our episode had a lot to do with the Rebuild the Galaxy series that came out. So, and then also this is one of the sets that I got to build with my kid recently. And so it's definitely been one of our absolute favorite ridiculous looking minifigures.
I love that. Is that from the Millennium Falcon dark set?
Yeah, it's from the Dark Falcon, and it's
so cool.
It's also a little bit of Lego history because the Jar Jar head is one of the first custom mold heads that were ever created. So it's just a really impactful minifigure.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. All right, John. What you got for us?
I brought mine to one of my best friend's birthday parties over the weekend, and it's my sig fig.
Yay!
And then I realized that it's in shorts that went through the laundry, and I don't know where it is. Anyway, so I found my next one, though, which is my sig fig that I also have my backup sig fig.
Oh, nice.
Which is, I love him. Now, we have very different hair than the one that ended up on the trophy, though.
Sure,
But my favorite accessory is caffeine. So I got, and what is it? Look how cute a little Starbucks cup is. That, or you just go classic, and then you just do what is it? Just like a regular mug, though.
Yeah.
I'm down with an actual cup of coffee.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. It's perfect, though. So
yeah,
give me more cups of coffee, everybody. I love that. That's my speed. And then I also, because I love the minifig club. These are any Lego fan should always have this, which is basically all of your accessories in one place. It's like a tackle box.
I love it. Yes.
Who else has one of these?
Box. I do.
You all do, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Of course. Because my minifig needs to change. Sage has one.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, girl.
Oh my God.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, we've got some people in the chat with them too, which is fun. What I love is that so we bring our sig figs with us on vacation. I have this fun little zipper bag, and we have to pack stuff for them for vacation too. But they will always be a travel coffee cup and a coffee mug in the bag because we're for sure going to get coffee wherever we go. And then other accessories based on wherever we're heading, which is a lot of fun.
Like a wine goblet. I know.
Yeah.
And margaritas. Joe gave me a margarita machine.
Right? I love it so much. Well, thank you for all entertaining everybody with your fun games or entertaining me with my fun games, rather, and playing along. I'm going to show 2 more videos, and these reveal what happens at the very end of the episode. So, season finale, we find out the winners, and we will start with this first video, and I'm going to show this video first, and then we'll chat, and then I'll show the next video. So, let's watch Amy and Jamie talk about the winners or the finalists.
Give me the name of the team that finished in 3rd place.
The team that finished in 3rd is Anthony and Joe.
I just want to thank you for allowing us to be here. Got to do amazing things, got to build amazing things, got to learn so much. I actually had the opportunity to put into practice what I tell my athletes day in, day out.
It's been a joy having you. You guys can join your family. I know that your kids are eager to see you.
Yay! Yay! So, incredible season. One of my favorite builds from the whole season was one of y'all's, and it was your lion, Lenny the lion.
Yeah.
Just beyond cool, so amazing, and the slow motion fall. It will forever be one of my favorite things that I lives rent free in my brain. It's so beautiful, so wonderful, so well created. But this was such an incredible experience to get to have with our specific cast because of the friendships that we formed with each other and how much we've learned from each other and grown as people. So congratulations and thank you for all of your creativity and everything that you brought. So yay!
Sure, guys.
What was the experience like on the show for you? Like, if you were to sum it up as like, what were some of the amazing things that happened, or the top moments or top feels that you had from the experience? That was a weird way to ask that, but give me your brief take on what it was like to be on the show and what you got out of it.
I think one of the things that kept recurring that was really crazy, it just like an overall feeling was like Anthony and I downplayed a lot of what we did, and and we were like really harsh critics on ourselves, and I was always really astonished with how everyone would just always come up and like pump us up, and like the big thing is we kind of set out to just like have fun and just like do what we can and push ourselves, and like we just kept surprising ourselves, right? Like I know for me, like every time I was like, holy cow, I never ever thought that we'd be able to do stuff like that. And then even like, and there were crazy moments where it's like, the chips are all on the table and you're like, you don't know if you're going to make it to the next round or something. And just like always trying to have each other's back. Like literally like Anthony at times was like saving us by adding like a bushing or a pin or something, so it's just constantly pushing forward and continue to have fun. So,
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I second everything you said, and it was really cool being able to see what things Joe could create. Like people are wild, and justifiably, they are wild by what he did with Lego, the movement. Like he did things that you don't expect on a regular basis. So it was really cool to be able to see that because I mean, it gave us an opportunity to see a different side of us. Like we were co-workers, but then like we got to see our nerdum play out and create. It was really cool.
That's awesome. Thank you both for answering. I truly was such a gift to get to leave the experience with such close relationships with you both, and with our whole cast. Like truly, it does feel like we left as a family, and of people that I will always love and come back to, which is really wonderful. But major kudos to you both. Congratulations on your incredible run in the season, and thank you for sharing all of your creativity and talent and goofiness with us, and for hyping us up every single episode, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
What
time is it?
Build
time! Build time! Oh man, that was so awesome.
So awesome. And I love that moment was captured in one of the episodes too, so that we could extend that and share that with our people. Yeah.
And our brother Colson, when the families were on the staircase, and our brother was like, "I heard Coach saying that behind the stage." The family typed up too.
Oh, I love that so much. That's awesome.
Oh man.
Let's see. And before we come to the next piece, I want to ask John, what's something that you took away from this experience or felt?
I took away so many things. I think that even to this day, I'm always competing against, I don't know, the voices that just say like, oh, like that's not ready. That's not good enough. That's not quite there. And I think it doesn't matter like if you go on to a competition, or it doesn't matter like if you're just starting out or you've been doing this for decades, but like we are our own worst critic, just what, you know, Anthony and Joe said. Like, and there are so many times when I'm like, God, what I just built is not good enough to show at a con, and what I just built probably not good enough to bring over to my lug or whatnot. And I'm like, it is good enough. It is incredible. It is weird and crazy. And it's when you're able to like, when I'm able to like fight through that and then even show something that's partially done, that's like when somebody else comes with a really cool idea or a different way to see it. And all of a sudden then you're like that passion is just like relit. And I think for me, going off that coming off the show, like my passion. Well, first off, I was like done with Lego for like a month. No offense. Like I was like, I needed a break for a little bit, but it was like not that long later that I was like, oh, like I want to do this, this, and this. But it's like, it's cool just to show up with what you've got, because it is cool. And trust me, like the more that you're open and the more that you try things out and the more that like you talk about this incredible hobby and our love of it, you're going to meet other people like this family and that other people at cons that like want to talk about this with you. So like, don't be afraid to like show up and just show something small and crazy that you created, because you're going to inspire somebody else to also do the same. And I think that's something that I learned of just kind of like not telling that voice in my head to like, you know, go away or anything, but it's like telling that voice that it's okay. Like it's okay if it doesn't look like that, because guess what? You still had fun, John. You had a great time. So keep having fun. So that's what I learned. I learned to be kinder to myself.
I love that so much. And I feel similarly in a lot of ways too, of like battling that voice in our head that says it's never good enough, it's not ready enough, it's, you know, noticing and seeing all those imperfections and everything too. And I loved getting the experience of getting to build with John. So this was something that I know I've said this before on these live streams, but we've got some new people here today. John and I hadn't built together until the show. We knew each other through social media and through like chats that way. And we had like shared pictures and things back and forth of builds we were working on. But our actual first time building together was because of the show, which is incredible. I'm now left with one of my favorite people ever as a permanent part of my life. Okay, we're going to watch another video, and I'm not going to let Ian and Sage talk. Just kidding. You can talk after this next video. So let's watch this last video, and then we'll come right back.
Ian, tell us about your master build.
Wizard. This.
Hi, just kidding. Let me find the right video. You've already told us about your master build. Okay, here it is. So the Brickmasters announced the winners, and the winners are...
And Ian, $100,000, the title of Lego Masters, and this Lego trophy. It's all yours. Come on up here and claim your trophy.
Oh my God.
Your build will also be displayed at Legoland, New York. How cool is that?
Stop it, man. You're going to make me drop this. Oh my gosh. There's so many dreams coming true all at once. It's an honor. Oh my gosh. This has been a dream of ours since we were little. We surpassed our dreams. And to do it with my best friend.
I literally could not have done this with anyone else.
Yay! Oh my goodness. Congratulations. I know we've said this to you a million times already, and you've heard it a million times from lots of people, but seriously, just remarkable builds the whole season, and so incredibly fun to get to relive and witness this again today with rewatching the episode, and this clip here as well. So yeah, take us back to the moment of finding out what happened and hearing your names called as the winners. How did that feel? What was that experience like?
Well, so like when we're standing up there, I legit thought I was gonna have a heart attack. My heart was pounding. Remember how we were saying don't lock your knees, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I was just standing there, and then when I heard, and then that's all I needed to hear, and then I like, just it's like almost like your heart is just like waiting for that moment, and then it's like, and you never think it would ever be you, so it's like just because you can't imagine it, because it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened, and then to do it with Ian, like I said on the video, like it's such an experience that I'll never forget.
Yeah, and when I like fell to the ground, and it felt like it felt like a long time. Like it was weird. It was like quick, but I also felt like I was just sitting there like, what just happened? Like I couldn't comprehend it, so I just kind of like I didn't know how to feel in the moment because there's so much happening at once. But I remember them talking to us before like we found out, like they told all the finalists, they're like, hey, it's like they ask you questions like no one-word answers. So after we won, we're staying there, and Will's like asking me questions. I'm like completely can't even think about anything. So I was like, I know it's like I know I'm supposed to say something more, but I just can't. I just can't talk. Like it's just so like even today, like it's kind of like it's hard to even understand. It's been like a year,
because we looked
like
up
years,
to the people, and we looked up to like Mark and Steven, Nick and Stacy. Like we looked up to them for so long. So it's like to be like in a position where it's like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe, like it's hard to comprehend.
It's still like I can't, like I still when I watch it, I'm like, oh my gosh, we actually
because we were upset. We were like avid fans, like soccer fans, like sending them messages like, we love you so much, you know. Like we were super fans.
I love that. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, congrats again, and yeah, it's so fun to watch because in that moment where your names are called, it is obvious just how overwhelming all those emotions are, and rightfully so. It makes perfect sense that it would be so hard to comprehend what that experience would feel like. So incredibly proud of y'all. What are some takeaways that you had from your experience on the show?
Well, I think definitely like the friendships we made was top tier.
Yeah,
I mean, we're looking at some of them right now, you know.
Like, I think we were kind of stressed being in the competition, like, oh, it's gonna be, and then like literally the second we walked in that hotel room, I'm like, this is like building Lego with your friends, like, and like I thought the drive would be like, oh, we want to make it to the next time. We literally just didn't want to say goodbye to you guys. Like that was literally just what was keeping us in the like that was the stressful part. Is like I don't want to leave because it's just so much fun, you know.
Yeah.
I think like since we didn't make it on season 4, we made it on season 5. We really wanted to soak it in, and we didn't take it for granted. Like every moment, like we were like, I cannot believe we're here. Like the whole time, like that never faded. We're just like, we cannot go home, and like we made so many great friendships with you guys, and like getting to do this experience with you guys has meant so much. And like meeting Brickmaster Amy, that will still be like one of my favorite moments.
And I think some of the best moments we had will never air, like offset, like in the the mundane things that we experienced together as like a family.
Crew too, like we have so many memories with the crew. Like I wish we had videos of that, like more videos of that.
Because like when people say like, how was LEGOMasters? My thought isn't like actually what was shown. It was like the moments in the other room, with the hairdresser,
for sure,
and you guys on the couches, and like those small moments that were just meant a lot. So
and it's cool because you can always look back, and it's kind of like a time capsule of like that era, and like it's cool that those episodes are like we'll always have them, you know. It's like a home video of our LM family.
I love that. I love that so much. Anthony had to drop his, there were technical difficulties. So I promise you, he wasn't like, bye, you won, get out of here. It was an issue with like a camera and microphone, which is, if you heard some like buzzing in the background, that's what that was. But I was
going to say one thing that like always like hit my heart was, and this is something that like, I think that when people ask me about the two of you, Ian, like what you said, like I'm so glad that I was able to do this with my best friend, and I feel like you are like everyone's brother and sister in a lot of ways, like because I feel like a part of your family, because I feel like a part of your journey, but also because you've invited me into your family, if that makes sense. Like I think that. But that comes because both of you felt so like supportive of each other, and both like fiercely like in this, but like backing each other up. And I feel like that, like your best friend, you are best friends, and your brother and sister, but like you're best friends, and you're like, that truly came out that like you are exactly who you both are. And I just, I'm lucky that I get to call you two of my friends.
Oh man, John, you're making me emotional.
I know. Hey, John, your family.
I am. Your mom has made it clear, and I know, and I love her.
It's true.
Like,
it's true.
I love her though. But I really do mean it that both of you, like, you both are a team, like in every definition of the word, and it really, like, I'm really proud of both of you.
Oh, thanks, John.
Yay. I'm like, I'm not supposed to cry. Come on.
Me too.
Tears are fine. Tears are
Come
fine.
on, John.
I think my favorite memory from this finale episode in our rewatch conversation today is the random skeleton that keeps popping up in Joe's picture.
It's one of my Halloween decorations.
I love it so much. It like popped up earlier, and I was like, huh, he added that somehow, and then it disappeared. It's so fun.
It's like a 3-foot skeleton.
Anyhow, I have to say thank you all so much for spending time and extra time tonight, because we are 45 minutes past what we normally do. And that thank you goes to Anthony as well. And I'm sorry, Emily, please let Anthony know how grateful we are that he was with us for a little bit or for most of this conversation too. So glad that we had Team Texas all together for this last call.
Yes.
So much fun. And so excited to continue everything that Moto has been championing in the chat as well, of let's all continue to stay together, continue to stay family connected, supportive, and everything. I know that that's something that I plan to do, and I know that's something that you all plan to do as well. Denise is getting a lot of love in the chat as well, so Ian and Sage, please give her a big hug from all of us, including everyone in the chat. So like 20 hugs or so tonight. There was one last question that should be a quick one, but do you know if your build is still up in Legoland?
I think so. There's other builds from like season 3 that are still up there. So I think.
Oh, cool.
I heard that they want to make something where they have all like the LEGOMaster builds like in a hall.
Oh,
like,
that's so cool.
Yes.
I
Because they're all
love
kind
that
of spread
idea.
around the park. So I
don't know when that's gonna happen, but I heard that that could be a thing.
Oh, that would
that's
be
so
so
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if
So
you go, I know like Steven and Steven's build is in the hotel.
Yeah.
You can get up like really close and personal to it. And then I think are the season
Nick and
4
Stacy. Nick and Stacy's finale build was there. We saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But definitely go check it all out. And they did the model master master model builders had to go and they had to fix them all, and they did a fantastic job of.
That's awesome.
When they ship them, so like they look, it's you get to stare at history, which is cool, and you get to really get up and close and personal, like you don't get to do on TV. So definitely go enjoy that. It's
you can still see the blood stains.
Yeah.
I love that. The blood stains and the fire on the arms. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Joe, if I remember correctly too, when y'all went for that, there was like a fun thing that they sent all the finalists to. Y'all's was also on display in Ben and Michael's. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah. So
that
all
is so
the
cool.
finalists are there. Yeah. So
Yay!
it's cool. Like they said, I think their plan is to basically make like a mini Hall of Fame thing.
That's cool.
But yeah, go take a look. They're pretty awesome.
That is so fun. I also love that we've got Missy and Bev in the chat are saying, so cool, can't wait to see tomorrow. They're going to Legoland New York tomorrow. Like how perfect.
Oh, that's
timing.
amazing.
That's awesome.
That is so cool.
Please tag us all in your Instagram stories. We need to know this. Please.
Yes, for sure. Okay, everybody, it has been too long. I'm so grateful, though, that you stuck it out and hung with us this whole time. Thank you again immensely for being our panelist twice. John for being with me 10 times. Me for the fun of it. And
thank you, Justin.
Yeah,
yes, come on.
Oh my gosh.
To Justin for doing coordinating
This
everything.
is such a fun
Thank you.
series. Like even if like we would always watch every
There was so much
live.
fun,
So much
Oh,
fun,
that's
and
so
it's
fun.
good to recap all of them. You asked such great questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for doing all of this. We
Yeah.
really
It was
Keeping the
a-
spirit alive for sure. It is tons of fun.
Good.
You're a podcast of this. It's pretty cool.
I love the idea. Yeah. And
I'm not against it.
thank you to everyone too in the chat who's been with us for all the episodes, or for those of you that joined just for tonight. So grateful to have you. Your questions are wonderful. I'm sorry I didn't get to all of them, but again, we had to crunch the time as much as we could. If you are interested in joining for more Stand Up to Cancer fun, Stand Up Builders is still going through August 15th. So we are barely at the beginning of this, like a third of the way through maybe. I will be streaming live again for sure on Wednesday from 1:30 until probably like 6-ish. And I'm going to be putting together some additional Lego games this time. So it's not going to be just me building review sets and singing. I'm going to be singing, building something fun, and playing games with y'all. So feel free to join. Thanks again for everyone who has supported this whole time, and for everyone who supported our season. It really means the most to us that you watched or rewatched the season, and that you joined these calls to hang out with us. So I am going to call it a night though, and say goodbye, everybody. Hit the bricks and build kindness. Hit the bricks. Bye,
guys.
friends.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.